name is Kim Vermaak. I am the Mindset Whisperer, and today we are at the PSASA's annual convention, and more particularly our showcase. And I would like to invite the beautiful Simone de Villiers, who is one of our guests from a speaker bureau.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about what your experience has been like today.
Very surprising. I often sort of being in the industry, we're always looking for new and upcoming. We always, personally, I like keeping up to date with those that have been on the circuit for a long time. And I've known about the PSASA for forever because, some people who are considered the grandmothers and the grandfathers of this industry within our company and globally, who make an extremely good living from this, are still within the PSASA. And so I saw you guys advertise, and I recognized a couple of the faces, and I thought I'd come support, and I've been pleasantly surprised. There's been phenomenal conversations happening, and just very informative, and I think that it's a very light feel, which is often really, really nice, and it's very freeing because people, I think, whether you're an aspiring speaker, whether you're an agency or whatever the case may be, it's you're filled with a room of people who aren't judging you, and they just literally everyone is here to help, literally everyone, which is amazing.
Thank you for that. So I wanted to find out, when you work with speakers, what are some of the highlights for you? What really wows you about a speaker? And what is something you're like, I don't really want to work with that person?
Sure. So it's twofold. Authenticity, but that's just me personally. And another thing is that, I know a couple of people in the industry where, I don't like X, Y, and Z as a person, so I'm not going to be booking them. There's a very big difference. I'm going to book who's going to be best for my client and who you will look best in front of, because it's a threefold brand.
Yes.
Who's the conference organizer, who's the speaker, my brand, and the talent that I represent. So it's not, liking is variable. Are you good at what you do? For me, the major thing is, do you care? That is my bottom line. Do you care that you've prepared? Do you care that you've put the work in? Do you care that you've done the briefing? Do you care that I've done all the work to, at that point in time, position you, because I believe that you're the best person for the job, and the rest is up to you. So take that belief that I do have in you for you being the best person for the job, and then just the execution. And for me, it's also about, the relationships, but things that stand out for me is just someone who goes the extra mile, and it doesn't need to be over and above and beyond, Sometimes just a thank you goes a hell of a long way.
Yes, that's very true. So I think sometimes we've lost the art of manners in some places.
Yes.
So one of the things that we did in order to get our speakers onto the showcase is we put them through a judging panel. We wanted to know that they had power reel, that their LinkedIn matches the power reel, that they had good material, and that was adjudicated internationally.
Okay.
But for you, what is important for you when you are needing resources to help market a speaker?
Well, I think that just from my perspective and from an agency perspective, this is an absolute bugbear. It has been. I've been doing this for over a decade, and I'm just going to say plus years experience, because then I'm giving my age away. It's a big bugbear because the expectation from the talent is always, why am I not being booked? Where's the bookings, etc., etc., etc. And what they're not realizing is marketing. It's not for the bureau, for the agency to develop stuff for you. That's a PR agency. That is your back office that does it. We simply help as matchmakers and connectors to our corporate clients. But the better your marketing is, the more stuff you're sending us, the more you're keeping top of mind. Check in. Hey, how's it? You know what? I'm actually busy with this. If you don't have stuff for us to send to the client, clients want to see you live on stage. Your CV doesn't do the work anymore. Then we need variations of you on the stage. Then we need stuff like how you integrate with audiences. So whatever I'm sharing with my client and my belief in you, because I don't believe in selling, it's a belief system. And I know that because of X, Y, and Z, you are the best. If you don't have the marketing to back that up, the client's not going to have anything to judge it according to. But if I'm saying something, they can see it, they can hear it, they can feel it. I always say work on a thing of a person, 5 personalities. Obviously, there's many more. Work on 5. You have people who like reading. You have people who like action, video. You have people who want to make a quick decision who don't have time to read. And so on and so forth. What are you doing to get your material through as it works in corporate, I always call it the red tape. What are you doing to get through to every single personality, no matter where that is? Because there's gatekeepers. I only get so far. I might know X, Y, and Z, but there's 3 other divisions that also need to sign off. So how are you helping me close the deal for you?
I hear you. I'm an author and a book coach. And for a while, I had a partnership in a bookstore. And so many times people bring their book in and then they send you a message to say, what have the sales been like? And we're like, we have got a facility for you to have your books in. You need to market yourself as an author. We're 100%. Not your marketing agency. So.
And it's built on credibility, and this is what so many people don't realize is that, I go against the norm where a lot of, the new and upcoming speakers, and they're like, oh, but, do I have to be with you exclusively? And I said, no, please no. I said, if ever we do work together, I want you to work with us because you love it, because it excites you, because we position you correctly, because it's fun, not because someone told you so, because you signed a contract.
Yes.
Personally, don't believe in that. Secondly, then I also go against the grain, and I say to them, make sure that you're on every single bureau throughout this country, every neighboring country, and all over the world. Make sure that your face is seen everywhere. Make sure that everyone is talking about you, because the more hub there is about you, the easier, quite, because then they're like, oh, I actually saw them on so-and-so, and oh, they're actually very busy on LinkedIn. Oh, I actually saw them even on Facebook. It's a different crowd. So my whole thing is just be seen everywhere and make sure that you are overposting rather than underposting. Make sure that you have valuable insights, even if it's just thoughts and stuff, because people are seeing that. And if we are able to take that and basically put it on the table with the menu that we've put on for our client for you, and we're able to add that, it's kudos to you.
Because it builds you as a brand of authority.
It's credibility.
Absolutely.
100%.
So that's really good food for thought. And the interesting thing is that my very first gig that I ever got was because I had the show reel and all of the things, and there was a lady who wasn't a speaker bureau, but she got offered a talk. She wasn't able to do it, and then she said, well, try Kim, and she could forward just via WhatsApp all of the links through to the person, and that's how they're able to make a decision. So I think that that's one of the things that we wanted to do today, to add value to a speaker bureau, but then also to level up our speakers, to say, do you have the marketing collateral to make it easy for our bookers to work
Otherwise,
with you?
it's not even making it easy. Literally, without any proof of your concept, which is you as the product and the services that you give, without that, we're selling a dream. If someone can't tangibly see it, feel it, touch it, taste it, have any senses to go buy it, and you're shooting yourself in the foot. If you've got something so brilliant and you believe in it, beg, borrow, and steal and make it happen. Get the collateral that's needed in order to market you. To have the stuff to send out to every single bureau, every single agency, and everyone in between.
Lovely. We put it together a catalogue for you today. Have you found that helpful?
Very nice. Very, very nice. And I did find it, I would have liked more info though.
Okay.
So I'm again that person where data dump and just give me a lot of stuff, but it was just explaining, who the speakers are, a little bit of fun facts about them. It's a very cool page at the back where you could sort of, when you meet people and make connections. For me, I would have just loved a lot more, because speaking to all of you, I found out so much more about the PSASA. And I think that what you have built and what you're continuing to build, I think is just, there's a reason why this organization has been in existence for so long. There is a need for it. There is, you find people, I was telling you earlier, it's like, my mom says I'm a really good speaker, and I sort of go, that's great, but that's just your mom.
Yes.
And then you sort of go, okay, there's something there, but it needs to be worked on. And there's not really places, organizations, or people and that's what the PSA was built for, is how do we take what you have, you do need to have a natural talent, not just because your mom said so, but then working on, I know that Joni was talking earlier about there's different levels and stages that you then help, various speakers with, and help them from the collateral to their storylines through to actual speaking. And if this is the game that you want to get into, it's hard work, but it's so rewarding. But when I say hard work, it's like, I'm sure everyone's heard the story about the entrepreneur. It's the most. So now you're an entrepreneur, which is like the hardest job ever, and then you go and take it, and then you want to be a full-time speaker. And I just think just having like this network of people who have been there, are aspiring to be there, have done it right, have done it successfully. It just gives like a foot up. You don't need to make all the mistakes yourself. Learn from those who've been there before. So I just think it's a brilliant concept, and it's something that works. And I'm glad that after a decade, that I have come, and you've been so welcoming. And I love the fact that there's speakers here, there's agencies here, there's conference organizers here. It's literally everyone that you can imagine that's involved in putting together an event, and you've pulled that together. So kudos and well done.
Thank you. And it's been lovely having you here. We've learned a lot from you, and I hope that you've learned a lot from us.
Definitely. Thanks so much.
See you at the next conference.
Definitely.